Okay, have a look whether you got them. Did you get the?
Get it. Thank you.
Okay. All right. So this one is about bonds, and bonds are also liabilities, but they are certain types of liabilities, and companies can finance themselves with bonds, actually. Yeah. So and bonds are good for companies because often companies, and especially large companies, if they have the need of for a lot of money, then they cannot borrow from one single lender, and instead they have to borrow from many lenders, and therefore actually the a bond is a very good vehicle. If you need a lot of money, you can issue bonds, and many lenders can so to speak can buy the bonds and can finance yourself. The bonds are groups of note payable issued to many lenders, and of course they can be bought and sold from at an exchange. There is usually securities firms which act as an underwriter. So basically what they do is they purchase bonds and they resell them to the client. So what does a bond typically carry? It carries the company's name, yeah, then the face value. Do you know what the face value means? What is the face value of a bond? Any idea? What is the face value of a bond? Exactly, yeah, the value of the money, the principal, yeah, at the end of the maturity, yeah. Is this what you meant, Ray-chan? I think so, yeah. And then it carries a maturity date. What is the maturity date? Do you have an idea what the maturity date is? The value written on the, yeah, exactly. What is the maturity date? That's, yeah, that's the time when the debt has to be paid. Yeah, that's some point in the future. Yeah, then an interest rate, and an interest rate is also called a coupon, and it is always quoted on an annual basis. Yeah, sometimes they pay different. Yeah, often they pay twice a year or so. Something like a deadline. Genau, exactly. Yeah. So this is a bonds certificate. Here you have your interest rate. Yeah. An interest rate is something like a rental fee on borrowed money. Yeah. So here you have the interest rate. You have the face value, which is in this case $1,000. You have the name of the company. This is in this kind of case, it's McDonald's. Yeah, you see that. You see McDonald's. It has an interest rate of 4.25%. It is a convertible subordinated debenture, and it is due in 1993. It is due in 1993. So this is the maturity date. Yeah, so this is the maturity date. This is the maturity date. This is the maturity date. What does convertible subordinated debenture means? These are several important words. The first is convertible. Convertible means the holder of the bond can convert it into a stock. Yeah, the holder of the bond can convert it into a stock whenever he or she wants. But it's the holder, not the issuer of the bond. Then we have subordinated. That means in the case of bankruptcy of the company, imagine McDonald's goes bankrupt, then there are other creditors which McDonald's has to pay first. Yeah, this is a subordinated bond. That means it is not at the first place when receiving the money. Yeah, and debenture means it is a debenture means it is is not backed by any security. That's not backed by any collateral. There is not linked to a security. Yeah, Ray Chan said it is a subordinate debenture. It reminds me of the subprime crisis. Yeah, very good. This is kind of like not the safest thing. Very good. Of course, but you have to say that McDonald's is kind of like a not the worst company, at least. Yeah, but it is yeah. You're right. Yeah, in this during the subprime crisis, there were also many securities which were kind of like not that safe or were subordinated. Yeah, debentures. Very good. So we have several types of bonds. Let's go through them. We have corporate bonds. What is a corporate bond? What does corporate bond mean? Any idea? What is a corporate?
Bonds was issued by corporation.
Yeah, exactly. They are issued by corporations. Yeah, issued by corporations. So from companies. Issued by, very good, Liang. Issued by corporations. What is government bonds?
Issued by government.
Exactly. Yeah, issued by governments. What do you think is safer? If you want to buy a bond, which of those bonds is safer and which of those bonds is more risky? if you are the buyer of the or the holder of the bond?
Government is safer.
Yeah, government is safer. Government is safer. Government is safer. By government. Then we have secured bond and debentures. Secured bond are secured. Debentures are unsecured. Yeah. So it is like a secured bond is like maybe you've heard of a mortgage loan. Yeah. So you go to a bank, you want to buy a house, but you do not have enough equity. Yeah. And then you borrow from the bank. You get your mortgage, your loan, and the bank gives you money, and you have to pay it back. What happens if you do not pay it, cannot pay it back? The bank owns the house. Yeah, the mortgage is secured by the house. Yeah, the bank owns the house if you cannot pay. This is a secured mortgage. Yeah, and with bonds it's similar. Yeah, there is one asset which secures the bond. Yeah, and if the company cannot meet its obligation, then the lenders own the security, own the asset. Yeah, the debentures are unsecured. Yeah, they are only backed by the reputation of the company, by the integrity of the company. Which of those secured bonds or debentures do you think? Which of those have higher interest rates? Which do you think has higher interest rates, and which do you think has lower interest rates?
The last one has the higher interest rate, I think.
Exactly. Yeah. Very good, Liang. Can you also explain why?
Because unsecure, then you don't have a house or something else to make sure then you can give the money back.
Yeah, and the debenture is more risky. Yeah, it's more risky for the holder because there is no house or other collateral, other asset which secures the loan. So this has higher interest. Interest. And this is lower interest. Typically lower interest. Yeah, of course, if there is a company which has a very good reputation, it can also issue debentures and have a low interest rate. Yeah, but generally you can say that secured bonds have lower interest rates than debentures. High risk and high return. Exactly, Raychan. Yeah, high risk, high return. So if you have if you issue a security with a high risk, then you have to offer the people a higher return. Otherwise, they won't buy it. Does that make sense to you?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. All right. Very good. Bonds are quoted on an exchange, yeah, similar to a stock. And bond prices fluctuate, yeah, so they move up and down. and they move towards the par value. The par value is the principal. Yeah, it's the principal. When the bond is close to the maturity date. Yeah. Why is that the case? Why does it move towards the par value when the bond is close to the maturity date? Because at the maturity date, you can get the principal. Yeah, if you hold it till the maturity as an investor, you get the principal. Generally, when we're talking about bonds, what is a very important concept is the concept of the concept of time value of money. And what does time value of money mean? Time value of money means that €1 received today is worth more than €1 received tomorrow. Yeah, and why is that the case? The reason is you can earn income on your money. Yeah. So this is called, we already had this today. This is called present value. Yeah. Present value. This is a short exercise, short quiz actually. Think about the following: you have a penny, you have one penny, and that penny could double in value every day. Think about that in your head. You have one penny at the first day, and that penny could double in value every day. The question now is, how much money would you have after 1 month? So you start with one penny, 1 cent, actually. And at day 2, you have 2 cents. Day 3, again it doubles, you have 4 cents. Day 4, you have 8 cents. Day 5, you have 16 cents. So how much money do you have after 1 month? Think about it. So here's the solution. Look at it. First day, you have 1 cent. Second day, you have 2 cents. Then you have 4 cents, 8 cents, 16. It's still a very small sum, actually. 16 cents is nothing. But then you have 32, 46. It really increases in the second half here. Yeah. And it's day 16, you have $300, $600, $1,310, and so on. And it's it's exponential growth. Yeah, you call that exponential growth. exponential growth. And if you draw a chart, it would look like something like this. Yeah, it is very slow, very slow, very slow, very slow, very slow. And then it's kind of like, yeah. So it is very slow at the beginning, and then it kind of like it increases very fast. So actually the correct answer, I think, is you have to exactly, yeah, you have to take it to the power of 30, and then you have to divide it by 100 at the end, because you want to have it in dollar and not in cent, of course. Yeah. But do you see how powerful this effect is? This effect of compound interest is also called compound interest. Compound interest, or exponential growth. Compound interest. Zins effect is called in Germany. Yeah, in English it's compound interest. Yeah. So do you understand that? It at the beginning it's very slow, and then it's kind of like it kind of like flies. It goes very very fast, very high.
Yes, so much money.
It's so much money, yeah. And in 15 days, it's not very impressive. It's not so impressive, but then it's really impressive. Yeah. If it is real, yeah. Exactly. This is compound interest, and you have a very high interest rate. Yeah. So here the interest rate is actually here is 100%, and this is not 100% per year, but the interest rate here is